Oh, yeah, no, I know, standing room. No, appreciate you guys coming, and it was a good weekend, for our team. I think you look across college hockey, there's not a ton of sweeps, and Lindenwood was definitely competitive. I thought the first night we were able to generate quite a bit, and their goalie played really well, and but they also put us in some tough spots. We had to be better. So I think the second night I liked us more. I thought we were more responsible away from the puck, and then obviously getting back into Big Ten play here, going to Wisconsin. A team that I think they're way better than their record, and a really good coach, and they're going to be ready to go. So it'll be a good test for us.
Coach, last year when you guys traveled to the Kohl Center, obviously you clinched the regular season championship and then fell the next game. So what are you looking for just in terms of competitiveness going on the road, your first Big Ten game on the road this year?
Yeah, I think last year's in the past, so now it's just about this year, and just trying to play better each weekend we play, and so obviously a ton of respect for their program and their team, and we got the focus will stay on us, and we got to keep growing our game, and so an opportunity to go on the road in a really tough building to play in, and our guys are excited about it.
And I know that you don't really look at the rankings at all, so even coming into this matchup as the higher ranked team, what are you looking for your guys kind of build upon after your first two Big Ten series?
I think just, our goal, just like any team, you go into the game, you want to try to control the game for 60 minutes. So that's controlling it when you have the puck, controlling it when you don't have the puck. And, in our conference, every team is good. So you're going to have moments where you don't have the puck and you got to defend. And that's hockey. I think for our guys, understanding the importance of that. And, I think playing on the road too, you have, managing momentum and trying to limit momentum for them. And, that can go, through playing with discipline and stringing some good shifts together. And then when they do push, because they are going to push, staying with it and everyone staying calm. So, we got a young team, and we're excited about getting on the road with them.
Coach, you talked about playing a full 60 minutes, especially on the road. Number one in the country, 9-game winning streak, going for 10. Do you feel like your team has played a full 60 minutes yet?
I think if you ask any coach, probably the answer is going to be no, right? You always want more, but I think as the season's gone on, we've played. If you started at 50% of the game, and maybe you're at you get to 65, 70%. The goal is to get to 100%. So our guys understand that, and I think they know that it's not about the scoreboard for us. It's about quality of play and getting better. We're not interested in stealing games. We want to earn wins, and thankful for our guys that buying into that. And because I think we live in a culture where it's only about the results. Obviously, I know that's what we're judged on, but I really think that's a higher standard of us going out and playing our best.
And how excited is Charlie going back to Wisconsin? And have you talked about him to kind of, how do you want him to handle that as far as excitement, especially in the beginning of the game, and kind of limiting his, excitement and just play Spartan hockey?
Yeah, I think I'll talk to him this week about it, but it's no different than any other game, right? His job is to go out and play his best hockey, regardless who we're playing. And I think I have that experience as a player, right? I started at Lake State, and you can feel like you got to go and try to prove something, but you don't need to go to prove it to anyone. You got to, except for the guys in our locker room, and Charlie's done a great job of that.
From your experience, is there any difference going on the road in the Big Ten versus going on the road for a non-conference game?
Well, I think just the venues are bigger. It just depends on where you end up. But this year, the way our schedule laid out, you're playing in bigger venues and maybe a bigger crowd, and so that whole momentum piece can be more of a factor. And but outside of that, I think for our team to if we want to be the team that we dream about being, you got to be able to play on the road. So this will be a good test.
How has your team been able to block out the top ranking and the 9-game win streak and all the statistics that keep getting brought up, game after game, and just really play Spartan hockey to get the results you want?
Yeah, been pretty good at it, and I think it takes discipline. You got to do it every day, right? You could lose that today if you get caught up in it, and certainly, I know our fans are excited about that, and our alumni are excited, and our guys are, but we also know that we still got a lot to work on, right? So the rankings will change throughout the year, and what can't change is our pursuit of improving, and our guys have done that so far, but you can lose that too, so we got to make sure we stay disciplined with it.
How satisfying is it? You as a former player, how satisfying is it to go into another team's barn and really take control of games, and I'm sure looking for a sweep, and how is that satisfying as a player and as a coach now? going
Yeah.
into another person's
Well,
place.
I think I'm sure just focused on Friday and having a good start to the game. And, regardless if you're at, home or away, obviously we want to take care of home ice. But, I think for our program, that is important to know how to win on the road. And you look at the buildings we get to play in. I mean, it's not easy to win on the road at all and the quality of opponents. So, our guys are focused on having a great week this week. We had a good practice today. We got one more practice tomorrow. We'll, go to the Cole Center and have try to have a good practice on Thursday and be ready to go. Good. Thanks. Thanks. Yep.